Hi everybody, I am Lizzie Barry. I am the head librarian here at Belmont Hills, and we are going to be making a cute little button snowman. He can be a ornament for your tree, or you can hang him from a wreath, or you can put him onto a gift for somebody with the wrapping and kind of leave him on as a little cute tag. There's plenty of things you can do with them. So inside of your kit, you have a couple different colors of felt that I thought would go well with the theme. So you can make a bunch of snowmen if you want, or you can just pick the color that you like the best. The felt is sized so that you can cut it in half and have two identical pieces, because you're going to put them together eventually, and you're going to take the ribbon that's included and put it in between the two pieces so that you can hang it. The other stuff that is included here is some embroidery floss and a sewing needle. And I gave you a huge handful of all different sizes of buttons so that you can choose which ones you want to use to make your snowman. I am going to assemble my snowman. Now the lights just went off because they're automatic. And they didn't see me here, I suppose. So I have chosen two pretty big buttons and then a smaller button for my snowman head. And I went ahead and I cut my pieces of felt down a little bit closer to the size of the snowman. But you can keep everything, obviously everything is up to your own creative control. So I am just making a one-sided little snowman here. You can actually make one snowman on each side of the felt and then sew everything together too if you want to go double-sided. But just for the sake of being quick, I'm going to do one side. So your embroidery floss is actually, looks like there's only one piece, but actually the thing with embroidery floss is that you're supposed to take it apart into different strands. So I'm going to pull out just one strand and thread my needle. Maybe. It's a lot of pressure to thread a needle while being videotaped. And then I'm going to bring the thread so that it's in half and tie a double knot at the end so that it won't pull through the felt when I get to the end of the thread. So I'm going to go ahead and sew my bottom button on. I'm just going to, it doesn't have to be super secure. I'm going to go around a couple times through the holes here. Around again. And I'm going to tie it off on the back here by going underneath one of my stitches and then bringing the needle into here, pulling it tight to make a knot, and I'll snip it off. It doesn't have to look good because this is going to be in the inside. No one will see it. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the next button. And I wish I had the software that would help me just kind of fast forward through this part so you could see it real quick and not have to sit here with me while I laboriously do this, but we are not that fancy. I am just recording this on my phone. So I'm going through that pair of holes for the button, and then I'll go twice through a horizontal pair of holes, tie it in the back again, going through the seam, going through the excess, and that didn't tighten very great. Let me see if I can. Nope, I can't do a better job, so just snip it off right there. Again, I'm not worrying too much about the big loop that is extra in the back because it's going to be sandwiched in between the pieces of felt and no one will know. And I'm just going to put my button head for my snowman on. Same thing. Just going to go around each one twice. Around vertically twice through that pair of holes. And go around through this pair of holes. Alright. And tie up this last one. See if I can make it better than the last ones that I've been attempting, which have been pretty sad. There we go. Okay, so I have my front and my back and my snowman, and he's kind of messy, but I was more hoping to get through this quickly for you so that you don't have to watch anything that's too long. And put my ribbon, fold it over, put it inside, sandwiched in between the two pieces of felt. Going to go and get another piece of embroidery floss from here. Double knot it at the end again so it doesn't get pulled through the felt. And little secret that I'm doing here is I'm starting sewing in between the two. I'm going from the back of the first piece of felt to the front of the first piece of felt so that the end of my thread is stuck in between the pieces of felt and you won't see an end. And then just going to go ahead, hold your ribbon in there as you sew, and I'm just going to sew in a straight line. Make sure you catch the ribbon as you're going through so that it's secure in there. And you're just sewing in a straight line. It doesn't have to be that perfect because honestly I think it looks kind of cuter and more handmade if it's not completely perfect. It's a little more rustic. And you're just going to sew all the way around, leaving just a little edge around it. And you can also go back in. Well, you should probably do anything that you're going to do to your snowman actually before you sew the two pieces of felt together, because otherwise you're going to have kind of weird messy stuff on the back of your felt. You want to keep all the messy stuff kind of inside. But you can go ahead and give your snowman a felt hat from some of the extra felt that's in your package. Or I gave this snowman some little stick arms, just with sewing with the thread. You can also go ahead and sew little snowflakes all around here. Really decorate it any way you want. and just get creative with it. And we would love to see your finished products. You can email me, ebarry@lmls.org is my email address. I would love to see some of the snowmen that you make. We get to see a lot of crafts from the younger kids because we've been doing so many take-home kits for them, but I thought, older people need to be able to do some fun stuff too, especially when it's not very nice out, and it is kind of comforting to make a nice cup of tea and snuggle up with a nice little thing to make. It always makes me feel better, at least. So I'm not going to bore you with me finishing this entire thing. You get the concept that if you keep going around and then you fasten it off, it'll eventually look like this. So again, we'd love to see what you make, and I hope that this was somewhat helpful. If you have any questions for us or you need any extra bits and pieces of things or more buttons or anything, just let us know here at the library and we'd be happy to help you. All right, thanks a lot.